Grogu calms the Jedi defenses. The temple rose from the canyon like a patient thing, waiting to be bothered. Its stone walls were smooth, almost polished by time, and strange triangular symbols glowed faintly along the entrance. Din slowed the ship and frowned. "This is definitely a no-blasters kind of place," he muttered. Grogu peered through the viewport, sensing layers of calm and judgment. The moment they stepped inside, a hologram flared to life. It was a floating triangle, perfectly symmetrical. Intensely smug. "Notice, all projectile weapons are forbidden within this temple," the hologram announced. "Violations will be met with defensive response." Din crossed his arms. "I'm not here to fight. I'm here to walk. Blasters are still forbidden. They're part of the outfit." "Outfits are irrelevant." Grogu watched quietly as Din and the triangle locked into what was clearly the beginning of an argument that could last hours. Din pointed at the walls. "You're telling me this place survived centuries, wars and collapses, and now you're worried about my blaster?" "Correct." Din leaned closer. "I've saved more temples than you've had software updates." "Your tone is aggressive. So is banning blasters." Behind them, a low hum filled the air. Turrets slid out of the ceiling. Din turned slowly. "That feels like escalation." "Defensive posture engaged," the triangle said calmly. Before Din could raise his weapon or continue arguing, Grogu toddled forward. He looked at the turrets, then at the triangle, then back at the turrets. He tilted his head, curious, not afraid. The force around him softened, like water smoothing sharp edges. He raised one tiny hand. The turrets froze mid-rotation. Grogu didn't push. He didn't pull. He asked. The machinery hummed uncertainly, ancient systems struggling to interpret something they weren't programmed for. Grogu stepped closer, placing his palm against the stone floor. The force flowed gently, threading through circuits and joints, encouraging stillness. One turret powered down, then another. The triangle flickered. Unexpected variable detected. Din blinked. "Kid, what are you doing?" Grogu cooed softly. The turrets retracted fully, sealing themselves back into the ceiling like embarrassed animals. The temple grew quiet again. The triangle hologram rotated slowly, scanning Grogu. Force interaction detected. No hostility, no aggression, no blasters. Din pointed. "I also didn't fire anything." "You argued," the triangle replied. "That's not violence." "Debatable." Grogu sat down cross-legged on the floor. He closed his eyes and breathed. The temple light softened. The air felt lighter, warmer. Old tension seeped out of the stones, replaced by something close to relief. The triangle paused. "Vibe reassessment in progress." Din stared at it. "Did it just say vibe?" Grogu opened one eye. "Recalculation complete," the triangle announced. "Visitor classification updated." It projected a new message in glowing text. "Approved visitor subject. Grogu rating 10/10 vibes." Din burst out laughing before he could stop himself. "You've got to be kidding me," Grogu beamed. The triangle turned toward Din. "Secondary visitor tolerated. Conditional approval granted. Blaster remains forbidden." Din sighed deeply. "I got scolded by a triangle." He glanced at Grogu. "But the vibes are good, so fine." They moved deeper into the temple without resistance. Doors opened smoothly. Lights guided their path. Ancient murals glowed as they passed, depicting Jedi not in battle but in meditation, diplomacy and balance. Grogu paused often, studying the images, absorbing something quiet and important. Din followed, unusually relaxed. "You didn't disable anything violently," he said. "You just convinced it." Grogu cooed proudly. At the central chamber, the triangle reappeared one final time. "This temple was built to test restraint, not power," it said. "You passed." Grogu tilted his head. "You," it added, turning to Din, "argued with an automated warning system for 7 minutes." Din shrugged. "That's restraint for me." The triangle considered this. Fair as they left, the temple sealed itself behind them, peaceful once more. Back at the ship, Din holstered his blaster and looked down at Grogu. "Remind me never to argue with ancient Jedi architecture again." Grogu lifted one hand. The ship's door opened smoothly. Din nodded. "Okay, maybe you're right. The vibes are good."